this is Drew Zagorski. Welcome to this installment of the Gray Matter Stream of Consciousness. Today we're going to talk about the 5 golden rules of website content. The first rule of effective website content is to know your positioning. That is, who you are, what differentiates you. People will go to a website and if they see we have great prices, quality, and service, they really don't care. Everybody claims that. You've got to dial into what your positioning is, what your unique story is, and what differentiates you, so that instead of, when people land on your website, instead of saying, so what, I can get that anywhere, they're scratching their chin and going, this is somebody I need to talk to. So that's the first rule of effective website content. The second rule of website content is all about keywords and making sure that once you understand your positioning and what your unique story is and what differentiates you, that you do use the right keywords. You can use, there's a lot of tools online that you can use. One of the best is Google's keyword search tool, and if you just Google that, you can find that tool and put in several different phrases, and it'll throw back hundreds, if not thousands, of different variations and different angles on the phrases that you put in. And the nice part about it is it will open your mind to the way people who are looking for your products or services, how they might think about you and what phrases and terms that they use to search, because those are the most important words to know. Then when you have those keywords, being able to weave those into your website copy. So that's the second rule of effective website content. The third rule of website content is something that drives English majors insane. Don't sweat the grammar. Make sure your sentences are well written, but you don't have to worry about satisfying the rules of the King's English or Strunk & White's elements of style. The web is short attention span theater. You need to be conversational and engaging. Don't worry about fragments or conjunctions, that sort of thing. Be natural in the way you write your website content, so that for the people that do read it, they'll be engaged and won't feel like they're reading a software manual or technical documentation. So the third thing you really need to do is just write naturally, and people will be drawn in. Fourth rule of website content is be patient. Once you have that content up and you've registered your website appropriately in the right way, let it ride for a little while. Let it try to get some traction. See how you perform over a stretch of time. It takes several weeks for a new website to get registered and start to rank in terms of key search terms that you might have for your website. So give it some time to take. It's not a silver bullet. It doesn't happen overnight. And you're going to have to modify and adjust after you start to get traction. Once you see where you're placing, it's always good to add new content to your website. That's a great way to incorporate newsletters where you can get some keyword mojo going in terms of the content of newsletters and that sort of thing. Search engines love content, so feed them with it. Now, along those same lines, we go to the fifth rule of effective website content. The fifth rule of effective website content is, just like I started to talk about with the fourth rule, is add an update. The more content your website has, the better you'll be. If you, for instance, are a builder remodeler, don't just list services of building and remodeling on one page. Break out specific types of remodeling on separate pages. For instance, bedroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling, exteriors, those kinds of things, so that you can create specific pages for that specific type of keyword content. So always add an update to your website and you'll be in good shape. Here are some of the really important things in terms of meta tags and back-end code. First, make sure you have a well-written title, and each page of your website should have a different title that relates to what's on the page. Use 8 words or less in your title, and always try to lead with the most important key phrase for that page. The second thing on the back end is your description tag. Again, that's a little opportunity for you to put in a little bit of marketing content. It's that little blurb that you see when you do a Google search and you see the top line. It's a little description that comes in underneath it. Lead again with the top key phrase for the given page. All of your page descriptions need to be different for each page of your website, and you can really dial them in terms of keyword optimization. Now, let's talk about the keyword tags. Here's the one thing that when I, usually when I inherit a website to help with optimization or to redesign or whatever, keyword tags seems to be the most abused thing in these 3 key meta tags. A lot of people will put dozens of keywords in just to make sure they get every keyword they possibly can. Well, number one, the keyword tag in terms of meta tags is carries about the least weight with it. I mean, it is important to have, but not all of the search engines really put any relevance on it, or a different high enough relevance so that stuffing all those keywords. Now, there's another keyword, stuffing. If you're putting too many keywords on the page in your keyword meta tag, that is, and you have a lot of keywords that don't even appear on the page, that will count against you actually in terms of relevance. So really all you need is 4 or 5, maybe 6 keywords that are very, very relevant to the words on the page, and they actually appear on the page. So remember that about your keywords. The last point I want to make about effective website copy is words are important. This is the thing a lot of my clients really struggle with in terms of web content. Yes, the web is short attention span theater, and most people who come to a website rarely, if ever, read every word on the page. But here's the thing. There was a study done by Jerry West, who's a search engine guru, and he found that the top performing pages in terms of organic ranking averaged about 400 to 450 words per page. Now, if you're in a very visual industry like I mentioned earlier, remodeler or a landscaper or an artist or that sort of thing, those types of folks typically struggle with this the most because they have such a visual product or service where they want to show the pictures. It's great, show the pictures up front, put them on the top of the page, but you've got to have website copy, because while 99% of the world won't actually read that content, the search engines do. Their spiders crawl it, and they look for words and key phrases and contextual links and all that kind of stuff. So get your mind past the number of words on the page. It is important. It really does matter. So make sure you've got enough content on your page so that it will make a difference for your search ranking. So to wrap all that stuff up, we've got 5 really good things that you need to know about web content: knowing your positioning, knowing your keywords, writing in your own voice, being patient and letting search engines get some traction with your website, add and update a lot, and some back-end things in terms of meta tagging. So I hope this information will be useful for you. Look at your website. If you've not developed it yourself, you can actually mouse over the content in the center, wherever your main content is on a web page, and right-click on it, and then you'll be able to see a link for View Source. So you can look at your meta tags and see what they look like and make sure that you are using the right kind of keywords and they're set properly in terms of title and description and that sort of thing. So go forth and rank highly. Thanks for watching.